The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Nathan Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there.
Well, Matt Breida actually had the fastest play of 2019, hitting 22.3 miles an hour on an 83-yard touchdown run, and he was moving here too.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Boswell's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty. Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback. Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, trying to get things settled down a little bit. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Wilson on first down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open. I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Here's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Touchdown! Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Brady now to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. It's complete to Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
When I see a route like that, I don't know how anybody stays with these receivers because he curled back. I thought he was going to stop. Then he just took.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris.
His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Again, Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So after the INT, it's Brady. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he works free. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Now a first down carry for Harris. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for Seattle. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson going to throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants in the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Brady. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 44 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
In 2nd and inches on the Seahawks 42-yard.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now a give to Breda. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And the Seahawks are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson back into his end zone. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. The Etor Gross Matos there to bring him down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, it's Brady. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 10.
To throw is Brady. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Darrell Taylor.
Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Chris Carson. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Oh, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell with... A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point try now for Suckup. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And now it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 3rd down, Schultz. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. They run it with Carson. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd down and goal. Wilson being chased out left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there. That's a combination of coaching execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this one's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Schultz, flush to his right. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on 1st down. Schultz over the middle. That's caught by Claypool. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? You know, like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 61 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he...
And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throwing is Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Forced out to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On 1st and 10, Schultz. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Second down and 3. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Schultz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Schultz. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Throwing now is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Wilson to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight. They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Left side complete to Lockett. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Wilson going to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.